Drexel played well. I mean, they had 21 offensive rebounds. And we knew that coming into the game that, they're 18th in the country in offensive rebounding, and, they got a lot of second chance opportunities that didn't allow us to get out in transition. But, I felt better about our team and our togetherness today than, some of the previous games. So, I'm looking forward to, how we can grow off this.
Questions?
Darris, you talked about your team getting tougher after last weekend at the Palestra. Drexel takes it to you early, but you come back with that big run at the end of the first half. Missed on 21 out of 22 going into the locker room. How much did that help really galvanize this group?
Yeah, we knew they was going to make a run. They started changing up defenses a little bit, kind of like we were doing in the first half, and that kind of got to slow down. But I thought guys, got rattled a little bit, but then we kind of settled in and started making better decisions and getting the ball moving again. But I didn't feel like we got too high or too low during the game, and that's been a problem over the last few games. And I think we just stayed the course and we stayed together.
Darris, having gone through this now for the first time in the Big Five,
yeah.
What's your impression, also for the players? What's your impression of this whole thing, and how was your experience?
Yeah, I think the physicality of it is different, because obviously you're playing for more. In the middle of the season, where a lot of times, you have to wait till conference play starts and conference tournament, but you're actually playing for, potential championship in the middle of the season. So I think, the physicality of the games are a lot different than a lot of the normal games.
To get Truth back today for the first time in almost a month, how much does he help this offense, just being a conductor, knowing your season long, what to expect?
I think, obviously the stuff you can see on the court, but then the stuff behind the scenes is what he provides for this team. Like I go for a timeout, and obviously, we talk as coaches first before we go where the players are, and Truth's already talking. And it's kind of because he's been around us for a few years, so he understands what we want. But also just giving us another ball handler that can put pressure on the rim, draw fouls, get out in transition, and get guys open looks. That's something that we missed.
Coach, when you think about your time with knowing Zach Spike all the way back to West Virginia and your relationship with him, what was it like to compete against him today out here?
Once you get on the court, it's, you're not thinking about any of that stuff. It's more so leading up to it. It's funny, we talked before the game, and he said, I know Coach Beeline's watching this, who I played for, he worked for, and just since I've been in Philadelphia, he's been really good for me, helping me out, get me to understand, the city and things like that. So, it's a guy that is, kind of a big reason why I went to West Virginia. So, it's special to see what he's doing with that program.
Coach, what has impressed you most about the way how your team has looked so far this season?
I think we have a lot of different pieces. Obviously we hadn't been full strength, we hadn't been healthy, but just kind of putting team chemistry together, where you got one guy hurt and then another guy comes in, another guy gets hurt, and just different guys stepping up, different games, and once we can put it all together, I think we can be really good.
Jaeden, Josiah, obviously you guys have played here once before, just a few weeks ago. Your first time playing here in the Big Five Classic, though. What was that experience like for you guys, and wrapping up this whole first Big Five schedule for you guys?
I think it's a great event. I think a lot of people in Philly love basketball, and it's just fun competing against these top schools in Philly, and it brings a lot of competitiveness, and it prepares us for what we have in March, as well as going into a tournament and stuff, and having to play big games like this. So it's definitely a great event to just keep playing, for sure.
Same line, just piggyback off what you said, it's definitely a great event. It's getting us ready for what's to come later in March. And it's just fun. It's a fun event.
Josiah, I think you had like 10 of the first 12 points or something. You got off to a fast start.
Sure.
What was the key to the fast start for you personally, and also for the team? What was the key?
Just bring a lot of energy and juice. I just want to help the guys, lead the guys. And that's what I did tonight. I'm just thankful for that. My teammates, we all got involved, so we came out with a win. So.
Coach and Josiah, this is for you. Spent a handful of years with each other. He set a career high tonight, 2 straight double-doubles. How big was his performance in the win? And what did you make of your play tonight getting the win, Josiah?
I think it's big, and in our program we like to call it rewards points. You go to a local grocery store, and the more you shop there, the more points you get, right? So we call that when guys get in the gym and do extra work. And Joe texts me every night. Sometimes I'm like, here comes Joe. It's like 8 a.m. because he's a grad student, so he has night class, so he can't go later. So he's like, sleep a little bit, but no. So it's special when you see guys work paying off and helping them get to where they want to get. And he stayed consistent with it. I mean, obviously been battling through some injuries and things like that. And to see him starting to play better because of the work he puts in behind the scenes is really special.
Kind of piggybacking off of the March Madness comment from earlier, what was it like, especially within those last 1 to 2 minutes, for you guys to just take control over the clock and take advantage of Drexel's hesitation?
We just in a huddle, just saying stay together. Like, we're good. We're not gonna break. We're just gonna keep fighting. Like, don't let anything distract us. We're good. We know we're supposed to do to win this game. So we wasn't gonna let anything take us out of the game. So that's how we just said it in the huddle. We just came together. We stuck together the whole game, and we didn't feel no pressure. So I feel like everything was good.
Josiah, it seemed like you had like a vintage performance tonight with a lot of the jump hooks and whatnot. Is that something that you're trying to work on, or are you trying to sort of elevate your game?
Yes,
just keep that
definitely something I'm trying to work on. Yes, for sure.
That's awesome.
Anything else? All right, thank you, everyone.